Hi folks, it's Evo here from Thundermist Lure Company. So glad to see you and welcome to today's episode of Thundermist Fishing Tips. Gorgeous day folks, fantastic morning. And today, as opposed to walleye or bass, I'm going for carp. And I'm gonna run corn. I'm gonna run corn. Just what I've got is some no-name brand corn, which I find has bigger kernels. And I just went to the local grocery store and got my corn. I've loaded my hook up with corn entirely, as much as I can. And I'm gonna use a sliding sinker rig. Now this is opposite to a bolt rig that you've seen me to use, where you've got a lot of weight. The carp detects the weight and they take off. This is the opposite. In this case, the carp does not detect the weight because I'm using one of the new Thundermist sinker slides. And what'll happen there is, when the carp picks up the bait, he won't detect the sinker, the weight of the sinker, because the line will just slide right through and he'll be able to pick that bait up and run with it. So I'm not going to cast it out too far, because I also chummed the area with a handful of corn, just one handful of corn I threw out there. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to use what I'm going to call a loose line method. So I'm going to leave my rod down here. I've got the Antonio's poor man's rod holder here, which does the job. It's perfect. And I'm going to leave my line a little bit loose as opposed to tight. So when the carp picks up the bait and starts to run with it, I'll just watch my line. As my line starts to straighten out, I'll know I'll have a bite, and that'll mean time to set the hook. So, gorgeous morning. I've chummed the area already. Now it's just a matter of being patient and waiting for a bite, which hopefully is going to happen soon. There we go, folks. The light line method has produced a hit, and I got my first carp of the day. Oh, what a nice bite. Yeah, the loose line method, what I like to do, I don't like to leave it too loose. Oh, no, he's still on. I thought I lost him. What I do is I toss it out there, toss it out, and then tighten your line up just so it's snug, and then just back off ever so slightly. And because you don't want a lot of play in your line, because you want to be able to, when you set the hook, you want to make sure that the hook is that you got a direct hook set there. Oh, and I just lost him. Okay, that's okay. Oh, I didn't lose him. He broke me off, folks. He broke me off. So I'm just running 10-pound test fluorocarbon. I've got my main line is 10-count braid, but I've got a little line here to 10-pound fluoro, and he just cut me off. I need to tie myself on another hook. I'm running a size 4 octopus hook. I'm just going to re-rig very quickly and get right back out there again. Okay, twitch. That was twitch, run, folks. Let's see if I can land this one. That last one, I think what happened, there's some rocks over here, and he must have rubbed up against those rocks and cut me off. I don't mind losing fish, but I don't like it when you lose it due to reasons like that. Yeah, when you see that line twitching, don't wait too long. Oh, don't wait too long, because if you wait too long, they'll make short order and they'll clean your hook up. They'll clean that corn off your hook real quick. So once it starts twitching, don't give it too much time. All right, that's not a bad sized carp right there, folks. Wow, he's long. He's long. There's my carp mat, the grass. That is a long carp. He's long and thin. And like I say, I'm running that size 4 hook. I'm just running it to a swivel, and that swivel actually acts as a stop for my my sinker slide. Okay. I might want to snap a quick photo of this guy, and then we'll get him right back in the water again. But there's a nice start. Right there, folks. That's a great start. Okay, quick photo and right back in he goes. Okay, nice little photo for our Facebook and Instagram friends. And Mr. Carp's going right back in. Okay, and away he goes. Alrighty, that was exciting. Very exciting. Almost as exciting as the first one. Alright. Yeah, I'm just using, the sinker I'm using, folks, it's a 1/2 ounce sinker. When you're using this method with a sliding sinker rig, you can go as heavy or as light as you want, because the fish will not detect, they're not going to detect the sinker. So I just want the sinker just heavy enough to get my line out there and to keep it in place. So a 1/2 ounce sinker is plenty. Oh, beautiful. There we go, folks. I'm into another one. Now, after that last fish, what I did was I re-chummed the area. And when I say re-chum, all I'm doing is throwing out a handful of corn. Oh, I get them out of those weeds. And all the chum does is it helps keep those carp in the area, prevents them from swimming by. Now, if you can't use corn in your area, you can fish with boilies. And if you're fishing with boilies, oh, that's a nice carp. If you're fishing with boilies, you can chum with rice. Just throw out handfuls of rice. So you've got a good option there. Oh boy. Oh boy. Come on. You've got a good option if you can't use corn. It's not a problem. Oh, he does not want to come in. Okay. Maybe I can land him now. Oh, he felt the net. He felt the net. Again, I only have 10-pound test line, so I can't really, I got to be very careful. There we go. Whoa! He just realized he's in trouble. Oh boy. All right. Oh, that's a little bit bigger than the last one. Not much, but a bit. All right, where's my needle nose? I used to have a needle nose around here. Misplaced it somewhere. Okay, see if I can get this hook out. Okay, needle nose was right here, right where I left it, of course, from that last fish. Oops. This one is a little bit bigger, folks. A little bit bigger, a little bit heavier, but that's a nice common carp right there. And again, these are common carp. They've been around for hundreds of years. They're not the Asian carp that everybody's worried about. These are common carp, very safe to release. We're gonna let him go. There we go, right back in again, folks. And again, I'm not casting out too far because I don't want to go any further than where my chum is at. I want to cast right into that chum area. Put the line down, keep it a little loose, and wait for my next bite. That's a different bite. All he did was pick it up and run, folks. Now he's swimming right to shore. No tap, tap, tap there. He swam right to shore. Whoa. Oh yeah. He just swam to the weeds. That's what he did, swim to the cover. What a great bite that was. I love it. Now I mentioned I'm running a size 4 hook. That's my preferred, oh boy, preferred size for carp. You could use a size smaller or a size bigger, but I like a size 4 octopus hook or circle hook. Oh boy. Yeah, he knows he's hooked. And the other thing, I'm only running a short line. I got about about a foot of a line from my swivel to my hook. Because the water's murky here. Oh. So you don't need a long leader, but if the water was clear, oh, if the water was clear, I would run a longer lead, maybe a 2-foot lead or even a 3-foot lead. Okay. He's got me wrapped up with all this weed here too, folks. Oh boy, come on. Let's see if I can. Come on, Mr. Carp. Look at the weeds I got here. Look at the weeds. He's got to be here somewhere. I can't even see him for all these weeds. Oh, he's in the net. There we go. How do you like that for a net job? Look at the weeds. That's what he did, folks. He just picked it up and took off, and then he comes right into these weeds to bury himself into the weeds to hide. That's a smaller carp, but a nice carp. Very healthy. Just hooked just in the side of the mouth, right where you want them. There we go. Again, if you were bass fishing, this would be a huge fish, wouldn't it? Look at that, folks. Okay, back in he goes. Anytime you start catching multiple carp, you know you're in for yourself for a great day. I gotta get my line right back out there again. This is a phenomenal summer day. I'm going to enjoy every minute of it. I wish I would have brought my boatless angler's best friend, my 5-gallon pail to sit on, but that's okay. I'm still having myself a great day out here. If you've never tried carp fishing, you really need to give it a try. The Europeans are masters. We're just catching on here in North America, but we're catching on quickly, and it's becoming ever more popular. Folks, I want to thank you ever so much for tuning in to today's episode of Thundermist Fishing Tips. And as always, until next time, good luck and good fishing. I'm having fun.